welcome back to Keep It Real Boxing. This is Cypherbox with another predictions video, and the fight I want to talk about today is Nathan Cleverly versus Badou Jack. Nathan Cleverly is now the WBA light heavyweight champion, regular champion. Badou Jack, former WBC super middleweight champion, obviously vacated that now to move up in weight. Was struggling to make the weight for super middleweight apparently, and now he's moved up. So as you know, I always like to review fights of all fighters, all boxers, before I make a prediction, and that was no different here. For Nathan Cleverly, I used his last fight against Jürgen Brenner where he picked up the world title, the regular title, WBA, in Germany. And for Badou Jack, unfortunately I couldn't get back. I wanted to review the James DeGale fight again, but unfortunately it wasn't available on YouTube, the full fight, and neither was the George Groves fight, so I had to settle for Anthony Durrell and Scala, I believe his name is. So let's start off with Nathan Cleverly, and to be fair, honest with you, I've watched Nathan Cleverly in the past. I've never really highly rated him as a boxer. As you know, in the past, he got crushed by the Crusher, Sergey Kovalev, and lost his titles back then. Against Jürgen Brenner, I have to be totally honest with you, he was lucky in that fight. The fight ended after the 6th round because Jürgen Brenner retired himself in his corner due to a dislocated elbow, and he couldn't continue in the fight. So that's how he picked up the WBA title. And to be fair, watching that fight, in my opinion, Nathan Cleverly, he's start with his defense, to be honest with you. He doesn't keep a very high guard, or doesn't protect his head very much, with his face or the jaw. He doesn't really, he keeps it kind of low, just like at shoulder height or a little bit lower than that. So and he leaves his arms a little wide open, so he's always open for the punches straight down the middle, up the pipe. Footwork, again, not great. Doesn't really use the ring. Very flat-footed in my opinion. Slow on his feet as well. I don't particularly think he's particularly fast. Has a good jab, a decent jab. Doesn't utilize his jab though. For his height and his reach, you'd think he would utilize his jab and work off his jab a lot more. Doesn't do that. Was fighting on the inside with Jürgen Brenner, and to be honest with you, even though he was getting off shot, and it was a really good fight, and it was a real shame that it ended in the 6th round, because it was starting to heat up at that point, and Jürgen Brenner was really starting to land some quality shots, and in my opinion was winning the fight at that time. And Nathan Cleverly, was having success back as well, but Jürgen Brenner was doing a better job and landing the cleaner and better shots and more accuracy as well. That's another thing with Nathan Cleverly. He wasn't very accurate with his punches. Even though he landed some of his shots, majority of them he would miss, hit the glove, do you know what I mean? And it just all seemed a bit messy from him, in my opinion. I don't really rate him as a boxer too much. I personally don't see this being an issue for Badou Jack. What Nathan Cleverly is going to have to do against Badou Jack is he's got to make it he's got to probably rough him up a little bit, in my opinion. He's going to have to rough him up and get a bit dirty and push him back, pin him against the ropes and in the corners, and tee off, really, to be honest with you. But the thing is, Badou Jack's got good counter-punching abilities, so if he leaves himself open like I'm talking about, Jack's going to expose that all night long. As for Badou Jack, he's a more durable opponent. He's got a better skill set, a little bit more intelligent. In my opinion, he can fight in different styles. He can stand in front of you and keep it long. He can fight on the inside. He's a real good inside fighter, great body puncher in my opinion. Can also move around the ring, can use that lateral movement, although I don't think that's his best style to fight in terms of fighting, because when he's doing the lateral movement, he can't pop the jab off at the same time, or pop off combinations as well, in my opinion. He usually has to move around and then stop, get his opponent in front of him, tee off, and then move again. You can't do it all about at the same time while he's in motion, if that makes sense. But again, I think Badou Jack, again, his defense is way better. He keeps a nice high guard, tucks those elbows in. If you're going to throw punches, when I was watching Anthony Durrell, he threw, quite a few punches and combinations of Badou Jack's way. And yeah, as you expect, some of it did go through, but a lot of them hit the gloves, the arms, the elbows, the forearms, because he keeps it nice and tight. can maneuver as well. You move out of the way and duck and dive and get out of the way of punches really well. Jack uses a lot of feinting, upper body movement, head movement, just, you know, to make sure he doesn't give his opponent a sitting target in that sense. But not only that, you know, uses the feints to kind of, you know, get his opponent to commit to, you know, popping out that jab and then countering it, etc, etc. Nathan Cleverly, in my opinion, if he's gonna win, if he wants to win this fight, he's gonna have to go in there and make it ugly and do it ugly. He's gonna have to turn it into a brawl, into a street fight. He's gonna have to take Badou Jack to a place where he doesn't want to go. You know what I mean? He's got to make him feel really uncomfortable and take him out of his game plan, take him out of his comfort zone. Because I can't see Nathan Cleverly outboxing Badou Jack. If he tries that, Badou Jack's going to win all night long. It's going to be easy work for Badou Jack if Nathan Cleverly comes out and tries and boxes him. As for Badou Jack, well, Badou Jack, you know, needs to make sure he imposes his strategy and his style of boxing, and he sets the pace. Now, another thing that Badou Jack's really good at is controlling the centre of the ring. I definitely think he'll need to do that against Nathan Cleverly. Don't let Nathan Cleverly have the centre of the ring, because if you give Nathan Cleverly the centre of the ring, it gives him the opportunity to push you up against the ropes, push you into the corners, and keep you there, pin you there, and then let off. I think Badou Jack needs to control the centre of the ring, which I've seen him do many times. And you know, what I want to see him do is work off the jab. So not single jabs, but I like to see him double up the jab, triple up the jab, and then work off it and pop off combinations and 1-2s, etc. Lefts and rights and hooks. One thing I would definitely say is that Badou Jack should try and push Nathan Cleverly back, get him up against the ropes, get him, you know, into the corners and tee off. He did that against Anthony Durrell and it worked beautifully. Believe it or not, you know, Badou Jack is a very good inside fighter, very good body shots, and I think if he does that, you know, he can start taking Nathan Cleverly's legs out from under him early and you know, really put some hurt on him. And I definitely don't think he should allow Nathan Cleverly to hold the centre of the ring, because Nathan Cleverly will use his strength and try and bully Badou Jack back to the ropes and into the corner and try and make it his fight and turn it into an ugly fight. But I think Badou Jack needs to make sure he controls that centre of the ring. I think he needs to push Cleverly back and put him on the ropes and put him into the corners and then tee off. If it does remain in the centre of the ring, hold the centre of the ring, but you work off that jab when he's in the centre of the ring. So pop that jab, double jab, triple jab, you know, and work combinations and 1-2s off that. Try not to stick to single shots or single 1-2s. Really, you know, get that a variety of punches in, uppercuts, hooks, left, right hooks, you know, 1-2s, etc. Really mix up and just lay it on him. But just if the fight stays in the centre of the ring with both of them in there, Badou Jack just needs to keep it at range a little bit. Don't let Nathan Cleverly in and allow him to push you back. If anything, you want to hold the centre of the ring, keep it at range when it's in the centre of the ring, and if Badou Jack feels he can push Nathan Cleverly back, then that's what he should do, and then tee off with the body shots, in my opinion. And personally, I think that's the way it's going to go. If I'm honest with you guys, I don't see Nathan Cleverly as a threat to Badou Jack. I think Badou Jack's going to win this fight. I think Badou Jack might actually get a stoppage on this one. I think from the 9th round, perhaps 8th, 9th round onwards, you're going to see, you know, a stoppage from Badou Jack. And you know, in my personal opinion, I think Nathan Cleverly was lucky to get that WBA title. You know, because that fight was really starting to heat up between him and Bremer. And you know, he's lucky Bremer, you know, retired in his corner due to a dislocated dislocated elbow, like I said. And my money's on Badou Jack. Simple as that. That's all I'm going to say to you guys. Anyway, that's it for me on this video. That's my predictions for this fight on the undercard of Mayweather and McGregor. And like I always say to you guys, if you like what you're hearing, if you know you're enjoying the videos, share the videos with friends. At the same time, subscribe to the channel. And if you do subscribe, hit that bell notification icon so you can get notified every time I upload a video. Alright? And until next time, this is Cypherbox reminding you to keep it real.